Hello guys, Kevin Rogers, Bobby Garland TV. I want to talk to you about brush piles, specifically. Brush piles, we all know crappie relate to cover on certain lakes. Certain times, I believe, every lake, the crappie will relate to brush at some point in time throughout the year. Right now we're in October, come here the last of November, 1st of December. Certain lakes, I'm down here in East Texas today. These lakes down here, these fish will get right on the break of the creek channel. They will stack up right there, and if there's a piece of brush there, and it doesn't have to be massive. This doesn't, we're not talking, this doesn't have to be a massive brush pile. Just a little couple limbs down there, right on that break, those crappie will relate right to that thing. So we're gonna go up on the bank here, cut some limbs. Make sure, before you do this, make sure it's legal on your lake to do this. We've checked the rules here, we're fine cutting brush here. With all the electronics nowadays, everybody can find a brush piles, yes, of course. And remember, if you put brush or a stake bed or one of these plastic fish attractors in the lake, like American Fish Tree, once you set it in the lake, it is everybody's. It is not yours no more. You don't get to claim it. As soon as that sucker hits the water, it is everybody's and anyone that can find it. So, but I still like putting brush in. I still like knowing that I've put it in and I know exactly where to go get it. I don't put it, my brush piles especially, I don't put them in places where people can find them too easy. So, brush piles, certain times of the year, deadly, they can hold fish. We're gonna go up here and catch you some and build us some of those crappie condos. Okay guys, we've gone up on the bank, took our trimmers, cut us some limbs. That's all you need. You don't need something massive. You can build massive brush piles out here. There are some. I want something that's just gonna sit right off the bottom in 16 to 18 foot of water, so I know to drop my jig right above this brush. It'll be laying on the bottom. I'm gonna put my jig right above here, and it won't be sticking up 5 feet where I get hung up in it. And this will hold plenty of crappie. Very simplistic, kind of like our fishing. Keep it as simple as possible. Right here, cinder block, tie that sucker right there. I usually use stainless steel wire. I don't have any. Didn't have any in the truck. Just use an old cheap trot line. Tie that up there and go sink it. All right. Okay. Oh, hard work's done. There it is. That's 3 different piles. I got 3 different cinder blocks there. Tie it to, cut them, make them as long as you want, make them as big as you want. One thing I have found, sycamore trees. Knowing your species of trees, sycamores hold a lot of water in them. They will sink really fast. They'll actually, there's certain times of the year you can drop a sycamore limb, cut fresh, you drop it in the water, it'll actually sink to the bottom without a brick on it. We have brush piles on our home lake at Trim Lake where we have dropped a sycamore branch in 10 years ago, and we caught fish off of that branch in the Crappie Masters Classic 2 weeks ago. That thing's still there. So that's just a reassurance. I tie them all at the end. Let these branches, what will happen, these branches will sit up off the bottom. You actually won't be fishing this part of the brush pile, you'll be fishing this part out here. Those, all the limbs are, well, the little limbs will break off eventually, leaves will fall off. People ask, how long does it take for these to work? It all depends. You know, I've put in brush piles I've never caught a fish on, ever. These aren't guaranteed. I put brush piles in that have been absolutely amazing. So, I put in a bunch. It seems like 1 out of every 5 could be amazing brush piles. So put a bunch in. It's trial and error. We put brush piles in. My dad put one in at Lake of the Ozarks one day. Went back the very next day and caught 3 crappie off of it. Who knows, right? Every lake's different. Every situation's different. So 3 different brush piles. Go out here, mark them on your GPS so you know where they're at, and create yourself your own crappie condo. right out here. That blue line in this Lowrance unit. Lowrance for the, you can buy all the mapping systems. This isn't even maps. This mapping system comes with the Lowrance. It's pretty awesome. I haven't been to a lake where it hasn't worked yet. That blue line is supposed to be the center of the creek channel. Of course, it's not dead on, but you get around that blue line, you are close to the creek channel, for sure. So I like Lowrance units for this built-in mapping system. There's no chip in here. It's just what it is. That's built into the Lowrance unit. And I've not been to a major reservoir where this hasn't had the creek channel marked on it yet. So that blue is the made creek channel right there. See it dropping right there. Boom, that big old stump. Get out here on the other edge of it. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this sucker about, there's a stump right there. I'm gonna put that sucker about 10 feet off of it. People go around that tree, fish, not even know that there's a brush pile 10 or 12 feet directly east of that stump. That's how I do it. Pretty simple. You can never, ever have enough brush piles, I don't think. There it goes, right there. Whew. Come up here, mark you a waypoint. Between that stump and that stump, brush pile right there. My brush pile. Yeah, put these brush piles in, pain in the butt. Absolutely. Very rewarding when you can pull into a spot and you've dropped a brush pile and catch a load of crappie off of it. Very rewarding. So I love it. I love putting structure in the lake. I like having my own little hidden spots. Yes, today's electronics, like I said, once you put this in the lake, I just put a brush pile in for the whole entire community. Especially these guys who know how to work these locators really, really well. Down imaging, side imaging, pan optics, live scope, all this crazy stuff, man. It's getting there. Electronics where you can find everything in the lake. So I got a little spot here that I love to fish in this lake. I've never put a brush pile in here before, so I'm gonna just spread them out about 300 yards. Just make me a milk run of brush piles, if you will.